long professional interview. We thought that we'd take this as a learning opportunity to act out what not to do in an interview, and then afterwards talk to you guys about what we could have done better and how to improve.
We felt it would be really important because instead of sitting here for 10 to 12 minutes and just kind of spacing out and just answering questions, I already know what happens in an interview. We thought maybe we could do the same thing but kind of present what you shouldn't do and make it a little more interesting, obviously, because it's what you don't ever expect to see. But as well, it's because we're all in college and we're all hopefully going out into the big real world after this. And it's important, and they don't really teach you it in school, so we thought we'd kind of make this a learning experience. So we did a lot of research, and hope you enjoy.
Man, where is this guy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. So you are JP, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be the new head chef here at our 3 Michelin star restaurant, the French Laundry? Is that correct?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over a couple questions with you, and we'll just see how this goes. Okay, so first of all, tell me about some greatest strengths that you have in this food industry.
Well, honestly, dude, I consider myself one of the best cooks. Probably one of the best you'll ever meet. I've been cooking since the day I came out of the womb. I'm self-motivated. I like to get shit done.
Okay. All right, so what about your weaknesses?
I mean, sometimes I forget to add salt. It's a key ingredient in every meal, but it's all good, man. Yeah,
Salt?
Yeah. When we're cooking.
Yeah. Salt's pretty important, so I shouldn't forget that. But okay, so just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, man, I grew up in Salinas, California. Always been fond of eating. I mean, you eat too, right? And I would always go down to the wharf from Monterey and just take the free samples of clam chowder. Always fond of seafood. You ever had seafood?
Yeah, I've had seafood. Yeah.
You know what's up. But over the last 8 years, I just decided that if I like to eat, I might as well learn how to cook. And so for the last 8 years of my life, I've just been cooking.
Anyone teach you how to cook, or you just been?
Nah,
You just
taught myself.
taught yourself.
Yeah.
How to cook.
Yeah, just kind
You
of
want to be a cook at this?
do an apron on, got a recipe book,
All right.
stir some shit up.
Okay, cool. So why should we consider you as a main chef here at our luxury restaurant, French Laundry?
Let's see. To be honest, I don't really know any cook that's better than me, who cooks as high quality food as myself. It's kind of hard to find someone better than me.
Okay. All right. So, in terms of your salary expectations,
Yeah, what's up? No, I'm not too busy right now, man. What are you doing? Hit the club tonight? Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, no, I'm not too busy today. I got nothing going on. I'm just kind of doing some work right now, but I'll hit you up later, yeah? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll see you around 7:30. Yeah, you want me to pick you up? Hey, you switch addresses, right? Alright, what's your address? Alright, yeah, I'll see you then. Alright, sorry about that.
okay, if you want to just.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it off or something. Okay, so back to the question. What are your salary expectations when it comes to being a chef here?
I guess it depends how much is quality food worth to you. I'd say it'd be fair if I get paid enough for how much I live. It's important to benefit me, benefit you. But I'm also looking to get paid a month off, but included everything, like pay for my hotel, pay for my plane, pay for my food, I cook food, everything I need.
All right, so I don't know if we'll be able to provide that for you. You're not hired yet, so I don't know if we should be talking about doing vacation and stuff right now, but I can take it into consideration. So in terms of your current job, what made you consider leaving?
To be honest, the last guy was a douche. He thought he could tell me what to do. I mean, what to cook, how to act, how to manage. True bozo, if you ask me. In fact, this one time, I was cooking up a delicious beef bourguignon, and this bozo decides to turn off the stove as it was brewing. It takes like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to cook that shit. And he turned it off, and I didn't even know. So I came back, whole meal ruined. my family was upset, man.
Okay. I don't know if you should talk about your current employer like that, but
It's the truth.
alright. So what makes you interested in working here at our restaurant?
I mean, I don't really need this job. Like I said, I got the old manager at my old job, but I don't know.
But you don't want
I
to work
prefer
there
to work
anymore,
somewhere
do you,
else.
right?
Yeah, I prefer to work somewhere else where my talent's appreciated.
Your talents appreciated, okay. So here at the French Laundry, you know, it's very in the kitchen. There's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. So when you're in these situations, how do you deal with it?
I could.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I mean like in the kitchen when you're cooking, and there's difficult situations with customers. What do you do?
I don't know. I kind of just sit back and let my little rat friends do the rest of the work. You know?
Little rat friends?
Yeah, you know little rats.
What rats?
Nah, I'm just anything, man. That's Ratatouille. You know, talking about that little Disney movie.
Okay, yeah, I've seen Ratatouille. That's not really relevant right now. So let's get back on topic. Could you describe a difficult work situation that you've been in and how you overcame it?
Alright. Oof, just a couple mornings ago, right? I walk in. I woke up early. You know, as a cook, you gotta get up early. 6 a.m. The fresh produce, the fresh meat truck did not arrive. Waited about 30 minutes, still not there. I mean, that's everything I need for the day. All my meals, everything. Like, the day would have been ruined. So I called up my wife. I was like, girl, get up. Like, I need you to go grocery shopping right now. This is an emergency. You know what I mean? Do you get along with your wife that well?
I don't know if that's a good
You know,
question to
like,
ask right now. It's a
why?
little personal, but for your information, I'm not married.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So you just called your wife up, and she did all the groceries for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I married her first.
All right. So how do you handle your successes and failures?
I generally like to eat grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese?
Yeah. You know, when you're happy, cook a grilled cheese.
Just a
Even
regular
happy.
little grilled
When you
cheese.
fail, cook a grilled cheese. Everything's better. Just kind of always makes my day a little better.
Grilled cheese. Okay. Well, I want to know how you work with others. Because here at the French Laundry, our kitchen staff relies heavily on communication and unity. So I want to know what you can bring to our team.
Well, man, to be honest, sometimes I like to just get in the zone. I kind of prefer to work alone. I don't really work that much with others. I kind of just like to do it, you know? Go for it.
Just do it all by
Send it,
yourself.
you know?
Just send it. Alrighty. Well, in terms of that, what can you do better than our other applicants who would like to be head chef here? What was that?
You know, cook.
You can cook better than them?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Good.
Alright. Well, it was nice interviewing you. And we'll keep in contact.
Here we go, man. Alright, so obviously, that was a horrible interview. There's a lot of things that went wrong and that I should have done, but I didn't do. I guess the first thing we tried to portray was that I arrived late. It's always important to arrive early, or on time especially, but earlier is better. It shows that you care.
He also arrived not looking too good for the interview, which shows like a sign of like not really too much respect, and that he doesn't really care too much.
Very unprofessional, you know? And then I didn't properly greet, as you saw. I didn't shake his hand, I didn't look him in the eye. Kind of just any old teenager, you know, what's up, man? How's it going? Obviously, that's common sense, but, you know, maybe if you're nervous or something, it's important to shake hands, firm and steady, and make eye contact.
He also sat before I invited him to seat, and then started fidgeting with unnecessary props.
And then poor body language, as you saw, I was kind of just slumped there, you know, just chilling, like I'm laid back at my couch or something, you know, not really propped up professionally.
Just like appeared super arrogant, super cocky. He was cursing, just not a lot of respect in the interview.
I did also answer a call during the interview. Obviously, I hope all of you know that's not appropriate. Texting too, especially anything really, just don't even bring your phone into the interview. It'll be a lot better, a lot easier for you.
He also asked personal questions towards the interviewer, which you don't want to do. You do want to ask questions, but relevant to the topic, not personal questions.
Do some research before you go into an interview about the company and the interviewer too sometimes, because usually it's assuming it's a CEO or just some manager that's on the board, And it's important to know who you're talking to and ask more generalized questions about the company rather than personal about them. It's also just kind of weird.
And on top of that, he's discussed about money and time off, and he spoke negatively about his current employer, which could make me think that after we hire him, if I do, that he'll speak negatively about us. So that's not a good thing.
And when it comes to discussing money and time off, I've been in a couple of interviews and they do ask you usually about salary or how much you're willing to be paid, or they'll bring up money, but it's not appropriate to actually put numbers on the table or just really talk about it. Kind of just be generalized and brief, and you can even say we could discuss it later. That's totally professional.
He also didn't answer the questions very clearly. He mumbled. Sometimes I wasn't able to hear him, and he also rambled on about some stories that he did and just went on off topic.
Kind of just stay short, simple, confident. Just keep it simple as you can, but as professional as you can. And then when we did some research, which I didn't know, which was very interesting, professionally in the business world, you're allowed to, after 24 hours of the interview, to follow up and call them. What they actually recommend and what interviewers recommend, and that they had a higher chance of hiring that person, was sending them a thank you note. And I thought that was very interesting because I would have never thought, maybe I should go buy a thank you note and thank them, But it was interesting to read about. Thank you.